Um, Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is the Angels in Politics broadcast. Remember, you are always the news. All right? Be important. You know you're important. You know life is all about you. The universe revolves around you, and things don't happen to you, things happen because of you. I can't take that quote. That was definitely from Grant Cardone, but it 100% applies. It's applicable to you, your lifestyle, your mindset. All right. I'm the White Collar Goon, the creative and artistic manifestation of Angels in Politics. I want to read you an excerpt that I had from my old notebook. I guess I started on this notebook a few years ago. It says, "Be prepared for when you take off, because it'll be no turning back." That's for you. I just wanted to give that to you. There will be no turning back. So a lot of you all are aware of like SOS and the system of synchronicity, system of synthesis. All that means is being in an alignment. Alignment of what? Mind, body, the soul, your goals, your dreams, your culture. Culture, what is that? That's it. That's whatever it is that you're doing. So if your culture is being in alignment, if your culture is having a system, if your culture is health, wealth, wellness, if your culture is figuring out your spiritual gifts, taking your spiritual gifts and understanding that life is about meaningful relationships, cultivating meaningful relationships, sustaining those meaningful relationships, and establishing more meaningful relationships, because you know that as a person, all you are the books that you read and the people you associate yourself with. So that means you need to read some meaningful books and establish meaningful relationships with your spiritual gifts, aligning yourself with your purpose, and you are going to be well on your way. Not to say that the stars will align tonight, not to say that the stars will align and you will manifest your dreams tomorrow. I'm saying about today. If you are aware of that and you're already working on it, then you're well on your way. So, truth be told, once you do turn that corner, once you do pop, once you do go to that next level, trust and believe there will be no turning back. And people will look at you and be like, damn, I didn't know that you were like in training the whole time. I didn't know that you were in your own system the whole time. I didn't really know that you were leveling up like that the whole time. That's because they weren't up. They weren't up when you were up in the morning. That's because they weren't reading what you were reading. That's because they weren't in sync when you were attempting to align yourself with the universal order. But this is okay. I want to bring you to I want to bring you to something that I was my struggles, my weaknesses, my shortcomings, and I'm going to present a lot of that to you. Somebody says, "What are your weaknesses? What are your shortcomings? What are your struggles?" These are my vulnerabilities. These are my vulnerabilities, and I'm going to express them to you. Whilst I was working overseas, I was working on the cruise ship, and I was doing a bit of traveling. And of course, people who know my story, or if they read Confections in Psychology, most of you haven't read Confections in Psychology. Most of you don't know who I am because you don't know I exist. But within that, within that time period, I was getting played the fuck off by women. Like, when I mean played off, like, they weren't respecting me. They were like, get away from me, rejecting me, dejecting me. You're a leper. We have to stay away from you, Gabe. That type of thing. So I was utilizing this time to come up. I was using this time to evolve. I was using this time for betterment, improvement, enhancement, because it's like life is telling me, not just life, the women are telling me, not just women, all of the women are telling me, all of the attractive women, all of the women who are my friends and close friends and colleagues, they were like, "Yo, Gabe, you got to work on something. Like, you have a lot of work to do, because yo, girls are playing you off. I mean, you're being talked about. Like, people are calling you out your name. People are calling you corny as fuck. People are calling you thirsty as fuck. People think you're gay. All kind of shit's like, yo, you just, if you can't get laid, it's your issue, bro." Like, a lot of people were like talking down on the goon. So I was sitting there writing some things down, and I was having some questions, because I was like, maybe it's the fact that I have so much to say. Maybe it's the fact that I'm so opinionated. Maybe it's the fact that I am so expressive and I'm so this type, right? And then somebody was like, well, yeah, you do a lot of talking. You do overly communicate. Matter of fact, it's like, I have a homegirl. I have to speak to her. She's in Charlotte right now. She's doing her thing. Shout out to my homegirl Mecca. I had a homegirl who was on the ship with me, and she was a young sister as well. We were around the same age, and it wasn't many. There aren't many black Americans. There are not many Americans that work on cruise ships. Period. But as far as black Americans, black people, no, we're like an oddity. You know what I'm saying? I mean, novelty, oddity, we're one off. It's not many of us. But me and her were on the ship at the same time, and we were really cool. She was, I don't know whereabouts she is right now, but I think she was staying out Charlotte for a little bit. Maybe she was from the Jersey area. Either way, she was East Coast. Cool homegirl. Either way, I was in Honduras and I was sitting down at a table by myself, just having a beer, just writing down in my notepad, and it was titled, "What are the questions that women like to be asked?" Because maybe clearly I'm doing a lot of communicating. Maybe I should allow the women to communicate themselves. Maybe I should allow more space for them to tell me their story instead of all the time me being blah, 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 like this. It just shoots out. Like, I mean, what I call like streams of consciousness, uncontrollable streams of consciousness that just spur out of me because of my personality. And as not cool as it is for women, I mean, it just is what it is for me. So I was working on that. Of course, everybody knows that I have a new mantra at this moment, that listening is my currency. I understand I have to be a better listener, and listening is how I will improve and get paid spiritually through the spiritual markets. All right. So one question was, what are your interests? What are you passionate about? What are your biggest fears? What is something that you learned about yourself in previous relationships? And I was writing this down, and at this moment, my homegirl Mecca appears, and she sits down with me and is like, "Yo, what's up, Gabe? What's going on?" And I'm like, "Hey, how's it going?" And so I was like, "Hey, Mecca, I'm working on a few things. Let me ask you a question." And I bring this up to her. I'm like, "What kind of questions?" As a young woman, a beautiful young woman like yourself, and she was very popular and very beautiful. A lot of guys, she brought a lot of guys to the yard for sure. So I asked her, like, what kind of questions do women want to be asked? What types of things are thought provoking that as a woman you would love to answer if a suitable candidate appeared in front of you? Homegirl looked at me and was like, "Gabe, what the fuck?" I like the fact that she's really honest. She was like, "Bro, what is this? What's going on here?" She was like, "Is this to get laid?" And that's exactly it. Is this really to get laid, Gabe? Like, for fuck's sake, Gabe, like, you have some serious demons that you have to battle. You have some shit that you really need to work on, because honestly, Gabe, like, this isn't necessary. That's what she was like. This isn't it. She went on to answer my question, but she had to start off and give me the rundown. Like, bro, my homegirls and everybody who's on this ship is aware, and they know about you, and it's not for positive reasons. You feel what I'm saying? Like, Gabe, like, you are like, you're overshooting the target, whatever the fuck. She didn't know what my target was, but well, clearly, if my target was to get laid, I was not making the target by any means. So she was like, "You're overshooting the target. Like, if you're trying to get laid," and she mentioned, like, "and you look the way you do, like, you have an issue, bro. You have a problem, but it's an internal problem. Like, you don't need to do all of this for girls to fuck with you. You don't need this abstract, esoteric ethos, this you don't have to have all of this deep rooted, deep learning, neural networking. Like, you don't need all of this shit. You don't need the streams of consciousness. You don't need the banter, the clever, well, not really that clever, the cheeky banner that just spews out, and you're talking about your dreams, and you're talking about your aspirations, and you're talking about how you want to. Dude, like, nobody gives a fuck, bro. Like, you don't need all this communication. She was like, "Gabe, look at you. Look at yourself. You don't need to say all of this for girls to like you. You don't need it. You don't need this, bro." She was like, she was kind of like what my homie said. I have a homie who's really smart. He's in the military. He's out there doing his thing right now. Shout out to the homie. But when we go to the bar, he was like, "Bro, you're like fucking, you're like Cyclops, dude. But not Cyclops in this, not Cyclops in the sense of like whenever he's self-actualized and he's in his X-Men suit and he's out here handling business. It's like, bro, you're Cyclops before he made it to the academy, brother. You're Cyclops before he's self-actualized and he understands how to wield his gifts and his powers. Meaning, you're out here with your motherfucking glasses off and you're just shooting shit down, bro. You're out here just fucking knocking down buildings, causing havoc, wreaking havoc. People ain't fucking with you, and like you're literally an X-Men, bro. Like here are men, here are regular human beings, and you're a mutant here, which is like somebody above people, and I'm never above anybody, but like you clearly have gifts, and we all do, guys, fellas, we all do. Ladies, of course you do. You're already superheroes, but guys, well, she was saying me, like you have fucking gifts. You're whatever, like, you happen to be competent, you happen to be relatively intelligent, relatively, of course. You happen to be, I mean, my industriousness is still coming to fruition, but like, you have the basic foundational principles to do all right with women. If you're not doing it, it's because of you, meaning me. It's because of my psychology. It's because it's like, dude, like, instead of just shutting the fuck up and letting women talk and allowing women to be themselves and have some say so in a relationship, instead of allowing women to have some push and pull, some yin and yang, some fire, some ice, some type of balance, bro. You're so like this. You're so like this. You're always like boom, 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 boom. And the girls are looking like, yo, from the outside in, my homegirl MECCA was like, from the outside in, all of our homegirls know that you haven't gotten laid on the ship. You've been here. I know you haven't told anybody your story, but girls talk. And then that is the story. Girls talk. Girls know. Even if you think they don't know you, they know you. Even if they say some shit like, I've never seen you before, because a lot of girls do that. I don't know why they do that. I'll talk to you about that in a different video. They know you. They know who you are. They've heard about you. And they know for a fucking fact that nobody's fucking with you and you haven't been laid and nobody wants to fuck you because of the fact that that's your story. That's the story, Gabe. You're out here at the bar. You're getting blindingly drunk. You're getting belligerently drunk. You're at the bar every night and you're hawking. You're hawking, bro. You're going after it for every girl. And girls are watching you. Even when their back is turned, even when they're not there, most importantly. Girls don't even have to be at the bar and they know your story. Girls don't even have to be at the party and they know that you're out here randomly getting drunk, tongue kissing girls in the face. Like, girls know who you are, and it's not a good look because it shows you have no discipline. It shows you have no... It shows you're not mature, bro. It shows that you're not sharp, bro. It shows that you're just wearing your fucking whatever on your sleeve, and the only thing that's on your mind is pussy, 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 sex, 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 when I'm gonna get it. And the girls can see that you're bouncing from one girl to the next girl to the next girl, and they're not fucking with you. They don't like that. I've had that on multiple occasions. Girls don't like that. Guys, if you're one of these... Guys, if you have a personality archetype like mine, if you have personality traits like mine, if you have just an inkling, a fraction of, a fiery, burning desire for women and their energy, more so than the average person, more so like, you just don't want to hold hands and have a girlfriend. No, you want to have the full buffet. You want to have the whole enchilada, as they say, but with Gabe Hamilton, you want the enchilada, you want the fajitas, you want the tacos, you want the chips, you want the queso, you want it all. Okay, you like girls like that, bro, you're going to have to refine, recalibrate, reconfigure everything. You're going to have to renounce, oh my gosh, you're going to have to renounce so many things about yourself, because this writing in the notebook, these type of questions, what are your interests, what are you passionate about? Homegirl said, Gabe, girls don't give a fuck. They don't care. They don't care about motherfucking questions like this. They want to see who you are, and we have seen who you are, and they're not fucking with it. They don't want no parts of you. They don't want no parts of it. So, this is what my homegirl MECCA, thank you for that. This is what my homegirl MECCA told me after she gave me the rundown. She says, you want to know what girls like? You want to know what girls are interested into? You want to know a question you can ask a woman? Ask her, who do you want to be? Who do you want to be? And allow her to answer. Stop talking so much, Gabe. Stop communicating so much. You're overly communicated. You're just a chatterbox. Somebody says that was the gift of gab. Well, it's not a gift for a lot of women. Because women like to talk. Women like to socialize. Women prefer to be the ones in the relationships who are saying, you know what, my boyfriend doesn't communicate that much. For some reason, my boy doesn't, my guy, he just holds a lot of things to himself. For some reason, the guy that I'm dealing with, I just gotta pull, it's like pulling teeth to get him to talk. Well, Gabe, that's not you. That's not you for a fucking long shot, Gabe. Like, you don't have to worry about any girl ever saying that you don't communicate it because, like, they've never met you. Like, they don't know Gabe Hamilton. That's for fuck sure. So, the thing is, ask her who she wants to be and allow her to tell you. Because girls have dreams. Girls have aspirations. Girls have goals. And they will like to tell you them. Maybe not to some guy who's random. Maybe not to some guy who's trying to like bend over any girl that walks over. Maybe not the guy who's like watching girls walking in and out the room and looking them up and down, and he can't even eat his dinner because he's turning his neck every time somebody gets up, like, which was me. So it's like, no, Gabe, like, not you, but like whenever you can calm yourself down, ask a woman who she wants to be. Because really that question is, how do you see yourself when you're self-actualized? How do you see yourself when you reach the top of your pyramid? When you understand your Maslow's hierarchy of needs? Once you understand that you are competent, once you understand that you are intelligent, once you understand that you are industrious, and you tie all that together with your confidence, with your intuitiveness, with your divine femininity. When girls do that, when girls find that connection with you and they say, well, damn, he's challenging me, not because he's trying to push me and physically, challenge me, but he's challenging me cognitively. He's trying to get me to expand my cognitive flexibility. He's trying to expand my cognitive spectrum. He's trying to see if I'm cognitively disciplined. He's trying to see if I'm disciplined. He's trying to see what my dreams are. He's trying to see if I am self-actualizing myself. If I am self-actualizing my dreams. He's trying to see, am I manifesting? All right? Because you're going to find out some girls don't really have these like lavish motherfucking plans, but maybe through that conversation, they might tell you exactly what's important to them. They might tell you what they really are about, what really makes them tick, what really makes them feel feminine and feel valued and feel valuable. Instead of you just looking at them up and down and saying, okay, you have a nice body. Okay, I can see that, your makeup is on fleek. I can see that you have a flat stomach. I can see that you have a thigh gap. Okay, well, I can see that you got a fat ass. Okay, girls already know that. They already know that you want to put your tongue there. They already know you want to insert yourself there. They already know that you want to penetrate. But have you penetrated your purpose? Have you found out your purpose? Bro, the reason why those girls aren't fucking with you because you haven't aligned yourself with your purpose. So, I'm glad that I have friends who are that honest with me. I'm glad that I have friends who are that candid with me. But the truth of the matter is, she gave me that advice, and it still took some years. It still took years for me to get it, and I'm still deconstructing my ego. I mean, I'm still working on it every day. I mean, and meditation helps, prayer helps, yoga helps, reading helps, spiritual cultivation helps. Through my Kundalini awakening, that has brought me a lot of my emotions, a lot of my transgressions, a lot of my past behaviors have resurfaced in an uncontrollable, unspeakable way that I have to face this. I've had to face this, but I am glad I've had this because now I can sit back and I can listen. Now listening is my currency. Now girls can look at me and says, "Oh, I thought you were the type to always come after it. I thought you was always the type to really go after it." Homegirl, those days are over. I'm here to listen. I'm here to listen.